Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Tanvi Taneja, coming up in the next 30 minutes. India's ruling party at the centre, the BJP, returns to power in Delhi Assembly elections after 27 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails the party workers. Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal concedes defeat, loses to BJP's Parvesh Sahib Singh from New Delhi constituency. Incumbent Chief Minister Atishi wins from the Kalkaji seat. And Hamas releases 3 more Israeli hostages. In exchange, Israel sets free 183 Palestinian prisoners. First, all the news from the Delhi Assembly elections. The Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, is poised to form a government in New Delhi after 27 years. It has unseated the Aadmi Party from power in the national capital. As per latest updates, the results have been declared for 51 seats for the 70-member Delhi Assembly. The BJP has won 35 seats so far and is leading in 13 seats, while the Aadmi Party has won 16 seats and is leading on 6 seats. The third contender, Congress, has been wiped out. The BJP is leading ahead of the Aadmi Party with a majority of votes, whereas the Congress has been wiped out. The major wins for the BJP are Parvesh Sahib Singh has defeated Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal from the New Delhi constituency. From Jangpura seat, AAP's Manish Sisodia has lost to BJP's Tarvinder Singh Marwa. In other seats, Rekha Gupta has won the Shalimar Bagh constituency. Manjinder Singh Sirsa in Rajouri Garden. Tilak Ram Gupta in Trinagar, Umang Bajaj from Rajinder Nagar, Ravi Negi from Patparganj, Arvinder Singh Lovely from Gandhinagar, Shikha Roy from Greater Kailash, Harish Khurana from Moti Nagar, Abha Verma from Lakshmi Nagar, Kartar Singh Tanwar from Chhatarpur and Chandan Kumar Chaudhary from Sangam Vihar constituency. Whereas Delhi incumbent Chief Minister Atishi has won from Kalkaji seat. She defeated BJP's Ramesh Biduri. Aadmi Party's Virender Singh Kadia has won the Delhi Cantonment constituency. Kuldeep Kumar has taken the Kondli seat. Jarnail Singh in the Tilak Nagar. Imran Hussain in Balli Maran. Sahi Ram from Tughlakabad. Mukesh Kumar Elawat has won the Sultanpur Majra constituency. Gopal Rai in Babbarpur. Som Dutt from Sadar Bazar. Anil Jha in Kirari and Punardeep Singh Sahani in Chandni Chowk. Following BJP's decisive victory in the Delhi elections, Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted his gratitude and commitment to the people of Delhi. Taking to social media platform X, Prime Minister Modi wrote, and I quote him, "Jan Shakti, people's power is paramount. Development wins, good governance triumphs. I bow to my dear sisters and brothers of Delhi for this resounding and historic mandate to the BJP. We are humbled and honoured to receive these blessings. It is our guarantee that we will leave no stone unturned in developing New Delhi, improving the overall quality of life for the people and ensuring that Delhi has a prime role to play in building a Viksit Bharat, developed India." I'm so proud of each and every BJP Karyakarta who has worked very hard leading to this outstanding result. We will work even more vigorously and serve the wonderful people of New Delhi. At a press conference, India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman expressed happiness in BJP's victory in the Delhi Assembly polls. She emphasized that under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, Delhi will get a government which serves its people.
Under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, we are very keen that Delhi gets a government which serves its people. And that's something which is the need of the hour for attaining Viksit Bharat 2047, India's capital region, national capital region, should have a government which serves the cause of its people. And I strongly believe that the roadmap that the Prime Minister has set for the country should certainly take Delhi on the top priority and serve its people from every point of view.
And we are now joined, our correspondent Anil Thomas from the BJP state headquarters in New Delhi. Anil, the BJP is back in power after a long gap of 27 years. How significant is this moment for the party politically?
Well, good evening, Tanvi. Well, it's very much on expected lines. The results has been something that, has almost gone on a similar lines to what the post-poll or exit poll said. And I think it's a stupendous way that, the celebrations have now begun. Because this expectation of crossing 45 plus seats was not something that many in the party believed. And I think, the effect that you see, the ripple effect that you see, especially with people, at least in the BJP headquarters, the people are buzzing with activity. They are all waiting for the Prime Minister to arrive in a short while from now, with the Prime Minister is going to address the party cadres for the stupendous show that they are putting. But all in all, it's been a great effort, purely from the party workers, the state level, the coordination between the state and the Delhi BJP state unit, along with the centre. And I think the results are there to see for people, especially the manner in which the opposition, the regional force half has been wiped out. Being stuck there with less than 25 seats. It's a great reflection of how the people have voted. Middle class, the poor, the Purvanchalis, even for that matter, women have voted in large numbers. The voting percentage clearly indicates there is a jump of over 15% in the way Delhi people have voted in favor of BJP.
Okay, why do you think, Anil, the middle class, especially the middle class voters, were unhappy with the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, I think the celebration has just begun. For us to understand how this particular mandate is going to play out, that is something we'll have to wait and watch. Because, the freebies that have been announced or the development work that has been announced, we'll have to wait for it to unfold. How, this double engine that the people have trusted is going to deliver the work. But purely in terms of the two opposition parties, I think there is a lot of introspection that needs to be done. They both refused to come hand in hand. They were partners till 2024 elections. Post that, they refused to come together. But all in all, if one takes a look, that's for another day, the introspection for the two political parties that have lost. But it's a great moment for BJP to celebrate, a great moment for BJP to enjoy almost 27 years of being out in power from Delhi, once again to begin with a mandate.
Yes, it's a great mandate, a great comeback for the BJP in the national capital. Thank you very much, Anil Thomas, for joining us at the moment. Union Home Minister and senior BJP leader Amit Shah also applauded the results, sharing on X. He wrote, and I quote him, "Delhiites have shown that the public cannot be misled by repeated false promises. The public has responded to the dirty Yamuna, dirty drinking water, broken roads, overflowing sewers, liquor shops open in every street with their votes. I heartily congratulate all the workers of the BJP who worked day and night for this grand victory in Delhi. BJP National President JP Nadda and State President Virendra Sachdeva. Be it the respect for women, the self-respect of unauthorized colony residents or the immense possibilities of self-employment, Delhi will now become an ideal capital under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi." Unquote. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also hailed BJP's emphatic victory. Writing on social media platform X, he said, and I quote him, "BJP's landslide victory in the Delhi Assembly elections is a victory of faith in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the policies of the BJP. The people of this country have faith in Modi ji's credibility and the politics of good governance and the development model of the BJP. I heartily congratulate Prime Minister Modi, Party President JP Nadda, Delhi State BJP President Virendra Sachdeva and all the party workers for this magnificent victory. After almost 27 years, the people of Delhi have given their trust and blessings to the BJP. For this, I express my gratitude to the people of Delhi. A developed Delhi is very important to fulfill the resolution of a developed India. After this victory, the double-engine government will give a new impetus to the development of Delhi." Unquote. Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal conceded defeat and vowed to perform the role of a constructive opposition. And Union Ministers Nitin Gadkari and Piyush Goyal also hailed BJP's victory in New Delhi. Listen in.
जनता का जो भी निर्णय है, जनता का जो भी फैसला है, उसे हम पूरी विनम्रता के साथ स्वीकार करते हैं। जनता का निर्णय सर माथे पर। मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इस जीत के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि जिस उम्मीद के साथ और जिस आशा के साथ लोगों ने उनको बहुमत दिया है, वो उन सभी उम्मीदों और आशाओं पे पूरा उतरेंगे। हम न केवल एक कंस्ट्रक्टिव ऑपोजिशन का रोल निभाएंगे, बल्कि हम समाज सेवा, जनता के सुख दुख में काम आना, व्यक्तिगत तौर पे जिसको भी जो ज़रूरत होगी, हम लोगों के सुख दुख में हमेशा काम आएंगे।
दिल्ली की जनता ने जो विश्वास दिया है भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर, वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। पिछले अनेक सालों से दिल्ली के विकास में अनेक अड़चनें पैदा हुई थी। मेरे डिपार्टमेंट से हम लोग 65,000 करोड़ के काम कर रहे हैं और 35,000 करोड़ के नए काम डिक्लेयर कर रहे हैं। हम दिल्ली को प्रदूषण से मुक्त और दुनिया का सबसे सुंदर शहर बनाना चाहते हैं और मेरा विश्वास है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जीत के कारण प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में अब दिल्ली की तस्वीर बदलेगी, ये मेरा दृढ़ विश्वास है। दिल्ली की जनता ने हमको जो जीत दिलाई है, मैं जनता के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ।
जो दिल्ली के लोगों ने गत 10 वर्षों में भ्रष्टाचार, अराजकता और विकास से वंचित रहने का दुख देखा है, उसके सामने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने जो देश को एक विश्वास दिया है और अच्छे कामों से देशवासियों की सेवा की है, उसके लिए दिल्ली के लोगों ने मोदी जी को आशीर्वाद देने की जीत दी है।
More news from India. President Draupadi Murmu paid floral tributes to Dr. Zakir Hussain, the former President of India, on his birth anniversary at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi on Saturday. President Murmu offered flowers to a picture of the former president, remembering him. In another achievement, Indian Space Research Organisation on Saturday announced that it successfully carried out the ignition trial of the indigenous CE-20, a cryogenic engine powering the upper stage of LV-M3 with a multi-element igniter under vacuum conditions, which simulates the engine ignition in the vacuum condition of space. The test was carried out in the high-altitude test facility in the South Indian state of Tamil Nadu. This engine is crucial for the Gaganyaan mission, India's ambitious crewed space mission. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held a joint press conference to address the country's economic outlook, monetary policy and the coordination between the Reserve Bank of India and the government. Addressing the conference, Sitharaman emphasized the importance of aligning fiscal and monetary policies to ensure balanced and sustainable economic growth.
चाहे इन्फ्लेशन हो, ग्रोथ हो, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी और फिस्कल पॉलिसी दोनों साथ साथ, जैसे एक गाड़ी का दो पहिए जैसे साथ साथ इन कोऑर्डिनेशन करने में अधिक लाभ हमारे इकोनॉमी को और जनता को मिलेगी ही। इसीलिए मैं मानती हूँ, चाहे वो इन्फ्लेशन हो, चाहे वो पर्टिकुलर ग्रोथ का प्लग्स हो, इन सब में आरबीआई और सरकार का कोऑर्डिनेशन रहना उचित है।
Earlier, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman addressed the post-budget meeting in New Delhi on Saturday. The meet was attended by the Central Board of Directors of the Reserve Bank of India, Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary and RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra. Still to come on this edition of DD India Live. US announces sale of more than $7.4 billion in bombs, missiles and related equipment to Israel. Leaders from East and Southern Africa meet to discuss the conflict in Congo. And massive ice curtains awe visitors in Japan's Nagano prefecture.
Starting Friday, a freeze has been ordered on the USAID, often billed as the biggest agency of its kind.
They have been providing us aid in health and education. Then they are sponsoring terrorism in Pakistan. So naturally, it becomes very difficult for us to understand. Donald Trump himself says that he has suffered from the operations of the deep state against him. So what they do with USAID money is the property build. They build assets. Even if those assets are not used right away,
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Tanvi Taneja. On to West Asia now. Hamas handed over 3 Israeli hostages to the Red Cross in central Gaza's Deir Bala on Saturday. The militant group released Ohad Ben Ami and Eli Sharabi, both taken hostage from Kibbutz Be'eri during the cross-border Hamas-led attack on October 7, 2023, and Or Levy, abducted that day from the Nova Music Festival. This will be the 5th hostage prisoner swap between Hamas and Israel as part of a Gaza ceasefire deal. In exchange, Israel released 183 prisoners from its jails. A bus carrying released Palestinian prisoners from Israel's Offer prison has arrived in the occupied West Bank. A total of 33 hostages, 8 of whom Israel says are dead, are set to be released during the first 42-day phase of the deal in exchange for approximately 1,900 Palestinians held by Israel. The United States on Friday announced the approval of the sale of more than $7.4 billion in bombs, missiles and related equipment to Israel. The State Department has signed off on the sale of $6.75 billion in bombs, guidance kits and fuses, in addition to $660 million in Hellfire missiles. The Pentagon in a statement said that the proposed sale would improve Israel's capability to meet current and future threats, strengthen its homeland defense and serve as a deterrent to regional threats. While the State Department has approved the arms sales, the transactions need approval from the White House of Representatives, from the House of Representatives and the Senate committees. US President Donald Trump further froze US aid to South Africa, citing a law that allegedly allows land seizure from white farmers without compensation, despite Johannesburg's denials. The law has sparked controversy, with South Africa's government denying Trump's claims. Land ownership remains a contentious issue in South Africa, where white people still own most farmland decades after apartheid's end. Trump vowed to support Afrikaner refugees fleeing government-sponsored, race-based discrimination. Head of the US Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk, accused the South African government of openly racist ownership laws, while US Secretary of State Marco Rubio plans to skip G20 talks in South Africa, citing the host government's alleged anti-American agenda. The move has strained relations between the two countries, with South Africa's government labeling Trump's claim as misinformation. A federal judge on Friday temporarily blocked the Trump administration's plan to place thousands of US Agency for International Development employees on leave at midnight. A report.
The headquarters of US Agency for International Development looked different on Friday. The sign bearing the agency's name taken down and its logo covered up. A flag was also taken down, but the fate of the agency still hangs in balance after an order to the effect by the judiciary. A US judge on Friday temporarily allowed roughly 2,700 US Agency for International Development employees put on leave by President Trump's administration to go back to work, pausing aspects of a plan to dismantle the agency. U.S. District Judge Carl Nicholas on Washington partially granted a request from the largest U.S. government workers' union and an association of foreign service workers who sued to stop the administration's efforts to close the agency. Nichols' order will be in effect until February 14. It basically blocks Trump administration from implementing plans to place about 2,200 U.S. aid workers on paid leave beginning Saturday and reinstate some 500 employees who had already been furloughed. It also bars the administration from relocating U.S. aid humanitarian workers stationed outside the U.S. Nichols will consider a request for a longer-term pause at a hearing scheduled for Wednesday. The judge rejected other requests from the unions to reopen U.S. aid buildings and restore funding for agency grants and contracts. Hours after he was inaugurated on January 20th, Trump ordered all U.S. foreign aid be paused to ensure it is aligned with the America First policy. Bureau Report, Lead India.
Leaders of Eastern and Southern African regional blocs convened for a joint summit on Saturday to address the escalating conflict in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The crisis, fueled by the rapid advance of Rwandan-backed M23 rebels, has sparked fears of a wider war in the region. The two blocs have been divided over the issue, with Eastern nations favouring dialogue and Southern countries backing Congo, particularly after the death of peacekeepers. The first ever joint summit underscores the continent's deep concern over the crisis and the tensions between Congo and Rwanda, which deny involvement in the conflict. Despite freezing temperatures, thousands of South Koreans gathered in Seoul in support of and against South Korean impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol. This marks a last push of their demands as Yoon heads into his final hearings in the coming week. Meanwhile, Yoon remains in jail, facing a separate criminal trial for insurrection. Now, the Constitutional Court will decide Yoon's fate in hearings scheduled for February the 11th and 13th. The first BIMSTEC Youth Summit, themed Youth as a Bridge for Intra-BIMSTEC Exchange, was inaugurated in Gandhinagar of the Indian state of Gujarat by Minister Mansukh Mandavia, Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Singh Patel, Minister of State Raksha Khadse and Secretary East of the Ministry of External Affairs Jaideep Majumdar on Saturday. The three-day summit brings together 70 youth delegates from BIMSTEC nations to discuss key regional issues including entrepreneurship, technology, digital connectivity and sustainable development. The event fosters dialogue on sustainable development goals progress and aims to strengthen ties across borders. This initiative aligns with India's Neighbourhood First, Act East and Sagar policies. And next we take a look at what else is making news around the world. A small King Air F-90 turboprop plane crashed onto a busy road in Sao Paulo, Brazil on Friday morning. The crash claimed the lives of 2 people on board and injured 7 others on the ground. Eyewitnesses reported that the plane attempted an emergency landing but hit trees and a bus, causing a massive explosion. Traffic was heavily impacted with several bus routes rerouted. The area remains under investigation. China is set to launch a pioneering new energy system at its Kinling station in Antarctica. This will be the first large-scale clean energy system in the polar region, featuring wind and solar power. Kinling station, China's 5th Antarctic research station, can host up to 80 people in summer and 30 in winters. The clean energy system, now in the final testing phase, will provide short-term power even without wind or sunlight. This breakthrough marks a significant step towards sustainable scientific research in extreme environments. In Japan's Nagano Prefecture, massive ice curtains have formed along the Nishino River in Kiso town, captivating visitors. These natural ice formations, which can reach up to 50 meters tall and 250 meters wide, appear every winter as water drips from a mountain cliff and freezes. The ice pillars are expected to awe sightseers until the mid of February. And on to some sporting action now. Spanish tennis star Carlos Alcaraz stormed into the Rotterdam Open semi-finals with a comfortable win over compatriot Pedro Martinez. The world number 3 defeated Martinez with a scoreline of 6-2, 6-1. He is aiming to become the first Spaniard to win the Rotterdam Open. Alcaraz will next face Hubert Hurkacz of Poland for a spot in Sunday's final. 8th-seeded Hurkacz defeated Russia's Andrei Rublev to advance to the semi-finals. On to football, midfielder Rodri was included in Manchester City's updated UEFA Champions League 2024-25 squad for the upcoming knockout matches. Rodri, the 2024 Ballon d'Or winner, sustained an injury during City's league match against Arsenal last September, which initially ruled him out for the rest of the season. Among other players were new signings Omar Marmoush, A. Kusanov and Nico Gonzalez, who were added to the 22-man squad. So that's all for this edition of DD India Live. Do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. Connect with us on our different social media handles at DD India Live, and you can also download our DD India mobile app for quick news and updates on the go. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja from all of us here in New Delhi. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.